Hello and welcome to Dungeon. My name is Ethan Heath. Go on.
But my name's Brandon Ilsley.
And if you haven't watched this show before, good, because we don't record it. So clearly somebody's been recording us. If you've watched this, that is. But if you've never listened to this show before,
what a weird gimmick to try and set up from the. Carry on.
However, if you've never listened to this show before, the whole point of this show is that we get a random word or phrase, and then we discuss said word or phrase, seeing whatever tangents we go on. You can send your suggestions to our Instagram at going_honor_tangent, or send it to the redonkulously long named email tangentpodcastideas@gmail.com. I'm sorry, all the rest of them were taken. But anyway, how are you doing, Ethan? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
I'm so glad to hear that, Ethan. I'm really so glad to hear that.
How are you doing, Brandon?
I'm all good, buddy. I'm all good. I've not been up so much. I've been sort of on a week off, so I've had a nice, relaxing time. What about you? What have you been up to?
I have mostly rehearsals for A Christmas Carol. Mm-hmm. However, I have also been recently I have pre-purchased my first game in a long time, which is Cities Skylines 2. Because
I knew you were a Cities Skylines player. I didn't say it earlier, but like, how long have you been playing Cities Skylines?
Oh god, for as long as I can remember. It's one of my favorite games. Like
coming out the womb.
So my favorite games are so disparate that my two top games of all time, if I were to like rank them, are City Skylines and Dark Souls 3.
If anything, all that they show is that you like being frustrated. You clearly enjoy that.
To be fair, my current city that I'm building in City Skylines 1 has huge trash problems, which I have not been able to fix.
But why can't you fix it? Don't you control how much you can put in the city?
Yeah, but I don't want to put trash in, like, I don't want to put like a landfill in a downtown area. And the problem is that I'm bad at building roads, Brandon. I always have ridiculous amounts of traffic. And if the traffic wasn't there, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't have so much trash problems, because I fixed the traffic in one of my other parts of my city and the trash cleared up.
Well, fix the traffic then. It's not that hard.
Yeah, true. I did have to build another cemetery because all the hearses were just ignoring all the dead people for a while. And people started getting sick.
What the fuck is this game?
Quality game mechanics right there.
All these funeral parlors being like, nah, we don't want him.
It's like a known glitch that sometimes the routing with the hearses gets confused, and then they just go, nah, we can't get there. But it's just with hearses.
Well, now that I've had a very successful campaign for me to play City Skyline, I feel like I have to play it.
Do it. Play City Skylines. It's very good.
Is it on?
It's much better than SimCity.
Is it on a controller based system as well?
Yeah. It's on.
What is happening? Oh my This is the second time you've thrown up in your mouth doing this. How about you choose something else?
I didn't throw up. I just coughed. Okay. I was only close. I didn't get to the point where I threw up.
Wow.
Oh. It is, of course, time for the prompt.
Yes. What is the prompt?
Well, today's prompt is Tiddlywinks by Cecil Clusterix.
Weird you sung it. But all right. Tiddlywinks.
It's a kids game. It was giving me like the kids game vibes.
Yeah, but you didn't have to make
like,
it ultra creepy.
Well, it is because it is Halloween next 4 weeks. It's Spooktober.
That's like me saying it's Christmas in 3 months. What does that mean?
It's Spooktober. Speaking of which, please everybody send your spooky suggestions in for next week. Just getting that out of the way. But yeah.
Is the next episode a Halloween episode?
It is going to be our Halloween episode because it's our only one before Spooktober.
Oh right, okay, yeah, good point. Anyway, Tiddlywinks. So what the fuck is it? What the hell is Tiddlywinks?
I'm searching it to make sure I have it correct. Yes.
Wait, no. Oh, okay, I was about to say, but before that, you should have told me what you thought it was. I don't.
What I thought it was the right thing anyway. So it's that game. I don't know if you've ever played this, Brandon, but you have a whole bunch of those, like, those little counters. It's like similar to the ones that we've used in D&D. And then you have like a cup and you use one counter to press down the other counter to flick it. And the aim is to get it into the cup.
Oh, I think I've played that before.
It was a really common one that me and my mum used to play. I have a lot of childhood memories of playing that with my mum where she just put all the counters out and just play, yeah, cool. Tiddlywinks.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem very fun for very long. You know what I mean?
No, but I mean, like, it's one of those games that's from, like, a period when nobody had anything to do.
Yeah. They were invented as a kid's game along with, like, all of the dice and card games.
Yeah. Like, it was interesting doing, like, research for, like, all, like, the parties that are in A Christmas Carol. And, like, what all the games that are mentioned in the play are. Mm-hmm. And most of them are just, like, clearly these people were bored as fuck because there was nothing to do. Except maybe go on a walk.
Why did the games give that away?
Because the games were boring.
Go on. Example.
One of them is called Grecian statues. You get blindfolded, and then you have to go and try and touch somebody. Except it was used for touching people's boobies.
Was it?
I assume so. It's referenced in the play as being such.
Well, you're jumping to some conclusions there, sir. But
I mean, in the play, it just says that one of the characters likes it and suggested it because he enjoys the chance for canoodling.
Would that
we all know
Fozzie? No,
it wasn't Fezziwig. It was a different character called. He's mostly unnamed. He's called Topper. That's it.
Topper.
That's all you get. Yep.
Interesting. But anyway, no, yes. I played that once or twice as a kid, really, but I don't know. I feel like when you're, because there's obviously so many. How many card games do you know? Because there's so many, but I feel like there's a standard set that everyone needs to know.
I have. Throughout my life, I've known and then stopped knowing about a lot of card games. Like when I was a gardener, a game that we played a lot was a game called Seven Lock, which was kind of like similar to Uno, but with a deck of cards instead. And that one was a weird one.
It's like my version of Blackjack that I told you. Where like everything had the powers.
Yes. Yeah, I remember you saying that about that one. There's the one I can't remember what this one was called. There's like one where you have the cards in like a square and you have to remember which card is which. Like you have 4 cards, you can look at 2 of them and your aim is to get the lowest amount.
Oh my god, I remember what you're talking about. I think you showed me that game, but I don't remember at all how to anything else.
I think it was Ben that showed us, to be fair, but it's a lot of fun. I really like that one. I'm always a big fan of Cheat and the Persian card game Harem. Which if you don't know what Harem is, search it up because I'm not going to explain it because it takes a long time, but it's like a team-based.
Also, we've already explained it on this podcast. Go back a couple of episodes, you'll find it.
Have we?
Yeah, we've literally talked about this on here before.
Really?
Yeah.
God, I completely forgot.
Shows how much you listen.
Whoopsie.
But yeah, no, see, that's what I mean. Like, everyone knows loads and loads of card games. But do you think there's like a set amount that, like, you know, you've just spawned into the game, you know, these card games?
Well, I think you'd be hard pressed to find anybody who doesn't know how to play Snap.
Yes.
Like, Snap is just I think it's such a simple game. But that's the only one I can think of. Can you think of any that are like, and I can't think of any others that, you know, you don't really have to have the rules explained to you and that everybody on the earth would know.
Not like that, but I mean, like, even if you've learned it in your childhood, but like everyone learns it in their childhood. Like, like Go Fish or Pairs.
I never learned Go Fish when I was younger.
What? You never learned how to play Go Fish when you were younger?
I learned how to play Go Fish this year for the first time.
How old are you?
23.
Yeah. What? That's bullshit. You must have played Go Fish like on a school trip or with some guy friends or some friends. I don't know why I suppose they have to be men. Weird.
Only men play Go Fish.
Only real men play Go Fish. Fucking, it's not a woman's game. Anyway.
No. Well, you're talking to the person who was bullied and had no friends. So, no. I never had that choice because everyone was too scared running away from me because I was the cheese touch.
You were the embodiment of the cheese touch.
Yeah, we had the Ethan touch in my school.
Oh, mate, I'm not going to speak about it on air, but like, you should talk to Holly about that. She has a story for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Similar.
Okay. Me and Holly. This is just more examples that we are both just the same. We are both in the same couple, but gender flipped.
Yeah. You said that more than once now. You said that like more than a couple times.
I will say that till the day I die. And Brandon, if my feelings ever grow strong enough, I will marry you.
All right, fine, deal. Like when we're like 40. Yeah, cool.
Although you now are like sixth in line of marriage promises that I've made to people.
No, you don't get to do that. No. You don't just stack them up. You replace them.
No, I've stacked them.
No. I've got stacked marriage proposals.
Dude,
no, go away.
By like age 40, I'm gonna have just the maddest concubine.
You're gonna have a harem.
Dude, I had a harem in primary school. No word of a lie.
Oh, what are you saying? Shut up.
Okay.
No, you didn't.
I had so there was this girl in primary school who
don't do names.
No, I'm not going to do names.
It's embarrassing.
But, I mean, I doubt she's listening to Tangent. I haven't spoken to her since like secondary school, where she like faked her own death. That was very weird.
What?
Yeah.
What? I mean, that story. All right, carry on with your harem first.
I'll tell you the harem and then that afterwards. But basically, her and then two other girls all came up to me, and at the same time, like at once, all together, were like, "We all think you're cute. Do you want to date all of us?" And I was in like year 4 or year 5 at the time.
Right. Okay. So it happened till lunch, and then you guys broke up.
Well, I only wanted to date this one girl who I was normally dating on and off. So I said yes to all of them, knowing full well by the end of the day, the other two were getting dumped. So
what happened to you? You were a player. What the fuck?
I started getting bullied. That's what happened. But yeah, so I then dumped one of them first. And then she had a fight with one of the other ones who was also one of the ones that I was going to dump. And they went like they had a scrap.
Why?
I don't 100%
What did
know.
you do to these women?
I don't know. We never even kissed. But
Mate,
then
you had something going on. You had like some riz you didn't know about. What the
I
fuck?
wish I had have known about it. But like, so I dumped both those two other girls, and then the first girl,
What
the one I
you
actually wanted
stopped?
to be with.
Hang on, freeze. You stopped the fight? Did you walk in the middle of like, no, shut up, you're both dumped. Go away.
Pretty much. Um and then the first girl, who's the person that I was actually intending on being with, went, if you're not gonna date the other two, I don't want to date you. So by the end of the day, I was haremless. But for a
She
day,
was only in it with her friends. She was like, I want to fuck everyone or no one.
yeah.
Harem for a day.
It's great thing to say about a primary schooler, Brandon. Checkmate. The police are inbound.
Are they?
But anyway, so years later, right?
Yes, another story.
I'm in year 11, right? And I got a message. So I messaged her because I'd still talk to her every now and again. And so I messaged her being like, hey, how you doing? And then I got a message back being like, hey, this is her mum. She's dead. And I was like, oh, okay.
Whoa.
Yeah. Anyway, like 5 years go by.
Right.
And she messages me out of the blue, out of nowhere, being like, hey, Ethan, how's it going? I'm like, I was so baffled that I didn't even bring it up. But I was just like, what?
Her mum just was like taking the piss, or she was just taking the piss.
Yeah.
And like, I'm dead. And then like, you must have seen her in school.
No, because she didn't go to my secondary school. We only saw each other in primary school.
Right. Okay. So what did she message you? She's like, oh, by the way, I'm not dead.
No, she never brought it up, and neither did I. I mean, the conversation lasted for like all of like 5 minutes. Like it was like 10 messages long before she started blanking me. But like, which was also just baffling. I was like, you were the one that messaged me for a catch up. But yeah,
anyway.
It was, yeah, basically the girl who I instigated a harem for faked her own death and then came back and was like, how are you doing? And when I was like, I'm good, how are you? Ghosted me.
Disappeared. The ultimate revenge. She'd been holding out all of that anger that you turned her two best friends against her and against each other. You just manipulated and laughed at them like an evil mastermind, like a puppet master, and drove them away. And then 18 years later, she's gone, sup, bitch, and disappeared. And you've gone, what?
Yeah, pretty much. That's just the whole rundown of just. It's
like an anime script.
Literally, I was just like, what the fuck is going on? I was genuinely. I think that's one of the most baffled I've ever been in my life.
You've got to get that Riz back, brother. You've got to find out what you had and regain it.
I mean, I am in a relationship right now, so I don't really have.
Hey. We're not at nuclear war right now, right? But do we have nukes? Yeah, it's in the chamber.
Are you telling me to create mutually assured destruction using Riz with my girlfriend?
Absolutely.
That is it. I'm like, listen.
Listen, you start treating me right, or I'll have a harem in a fucking second.
Listen, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to go Mormon.
Yeah. Funny.
Mutually assured Riz.
Wait, that's what you need with a woman in a relationship these days. You need to be like, I can also pull other people. Fucking careful.
Yeah, to be fair, with how thirsty the dating scape is, especially for women, it's like
not even a competition. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no longer a question of who's gonna move on first after a breakup. It's like,
realistically,
already-
you've got more options.
Yeah, you're already fucking that guy, aren't you? Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you are.
Well,
No,
I mean, it's all the men ruining it because they need to stop being so thirsty and start being picky like me and you.
oh, good save. Good save on that one. Anyway, so that we don't get in trouble anymore.
Right. So we've lost all the women.
Oh, no, we haven't lost all the women. That harem.
We've lost everyone who's in a harem. All the thirsty men.
So that's all the men.
Yeah, all of them.
Every single man.
All the cavemen. Speaking of which, everyone from Chroma.
We've just decided to cut down on 50% of our listening audience. Like,
but who fucking cares about the people from Chroma?
This is true.
They. In fact, I don't actually. Have we had a listen from Chroma?
Probably not. I doubt it.
Could you imagine?
Question for you, Ethan Lee. The question for you.
One person from Chroma is just like, oh.
Where is Chroma?
It is in. It's like. I forget the county it's in, but it's on the East Coast. It's on the little bit that sticks out, England's butt.
Yes, yeah, I know. You mean like it's on Somerset?
No, that's the other side.
You said on the East Coast. Oh yeah,
Summerside's west.
Yeah, I got my Cardinals fucked up.
You fucking cretin.
You're a cretin.
You're a peon.
What's a peon? Don't pee on me.
Too late.
No, what the fuck's a peon?
It's a really archaic term for like someone who's like a serf, like someone below you.
What, like pleb?
Yeah.
Right. Rude.
Sorry, that's just how mafia works.
What a specific cuss. Like I call you like a dickhead, and you're like you're beneath me. How dare you?
Yeah, but wouldn't you be like completely taken aback if that was if that was like the response you got? If like you were like going at some guy and he goes, "You're beneath me," you'd be like, "What?"
I'd fucking laugh at the dude. I'd be like, "You've watched too much anime, mate."
Yeah, I know. Well, this was like the one time when we had that whole incident where there was someone's boyfriend coming after me.
What?
Do you not remember that?
No, this is more, by the way, audience of tangent. This is more evidence to the fact that Ethan Lee has Riz. Because, tell the story.
Well, okay. So, someone's girlfriend started coming on to me.
See?
And then when she got found out, she said I was coming on to her. And then her boyfriend started coming.
Just in his pants.
Yeah, he was a cock. So her boyfriend was like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this dude," and I was like, "What the fuck am I supposed to do?" I told one of our friends, and he full on like started getting his shirt off, like he was ready to go beat the guy up. I'm like, whoa, we're not starting a fight.
I need to know who the hell you're talking about right now.
I'll tell you after the episode.
Write it in the chat.
Huh? Okay, yeah. I'll write it in the chat. Yeah. So that happened, and then our other friend, who everyone knew as Guy Fawkes, but Brandon will know as the name I just put in the chat again.
Yeah.
Basically was like, "Nah, don't worry. You just got to go up to this guy." And then he came up to me, and this is what he demonstrated that he believed would diffuse all tension in this situation. If I went up to him, looked him straight in the face, got all up in his face, and went, "Dude, you don't know who you're messing with. I will guzzle your cock. I will eat your ass. I will take you down and I'll kiss you on the mouth." And I was like, you know what? To be fair,
yeah,
there could be some element of that he might be so shocked and just not know how to react.
If you got
maybe
all of that
would
out,
work.
If you got all of that out, that'd work. Unfortunately, you got up to him in his face and you go, "You don't know who you're messing with." You're not getting to the next line.
No.
A fist is in your face already.
I mean, either way, he did not speak to me the entire night.
Yeah, no, it's almost like did you make out with her in the end, or was it just like a dance?
No, we did. Yeah, we made out.
She's just, at the end of the day, she is trash. Whoever she was, fix your life. Yeah, I mean, fix that perspective.
Yeah,
But
very much so.
Again, moral of the story is stay away from Ethan Leave. I just see who it was. Lol.
Moral of the story.
Stay away from Ethan Lee. He has too much Riz. End of.
I will Riz your whole family.
He will Riz a baby. That's how much Riz he's got.
In the words of Broden as the sex bot 3000, I'll fuck your mom.
That was a reference, everybody.
That was a reference
to a singular performance of Auntie Donna live at Hammersmith Apollo,
which we saw last Saturday.
But that's why none of you got the joke. Don't worry, it wasn't actually that funny anyway. But that's why.
That was my favorite skit they did. I'll have
why
you know. Why
was that your favorite skit they did?
Because it was funny.
That was not their best one.
Okay, what was their best one then?
I did like the noughts and crosses one because of the audience participation. Although he started to piss me off after a while.
Yeah, so for reference, we were watching them. One of their skets was the championship of the two worst people at noughts and crosses, and there was a heckler basically just screaming "Go top right," and it was funny like the first 2 times he did it, but after that it was just a bit annoying.
Yeah, that was the thing. But I do like that skit. I think it's very, very, very funny.
Yeah.
If not, for some reason I weirdly like the futuristic milkshake skit.
Oh, that one.
It was just so fucking stupid. It was so random and out of place. I loved it.
Yeah, my favorite was realizing it was Spider-Man all along. Spoilers. Whoopsie. Spider-Man's in the show all the way from New York. And he starts giving out cigarettes.
New York. Shush. Spoilers. I did also like the fact they completely just spent 10 minutes roasting London and the UK.
Yeah. Oh,
but
God.
They prefaced the bit by the Scottish people got it. That's very funny.
Anyway, we need to move away from obscure references and reviewing shows that nobody's seen. It was very good. If you ever get the chance to watch Auntie Donna live, I would recommend it. Auntie Donna, please have us on your podcast or come on our podcast.
Or just like talk to us at all. Like, like we don't have to do anything professionally. You can just say hi and I'll probably jizz a little bit.
But we would love to be on your podcast.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah. But like also, you know what I mean? Ethan, we need to have something to go on their podcast to sell. We can't just be 2 random people on their podcast.
We're selling our podcast.
Yeah, but our podcast...
We're selling
the
Tangent podcast.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Brandon. Anyway. So what's the deal with airline food?
I was about to say, have you seen the new series of Ahsoka? Because I haven't seen it yet.
No, I have not seen the new series of Ahsoka.
I was really hoping you said yes.
No, I have not. I'm not going to lie. As with Marvel, as we discussed in episode 10, in episode 11, everyone will know that I don't watch Star Wars anymore, really. Mandalorian was pretty good. Season 2 got a bit repetitive. We were like, we get it. You've got a formula. But like, you know, I enjoyed it. After that, I kind of, all of Star Wars has dropped off for me. I'm just not that keen.
See, apparently the Ahsoka series is really good.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And the mouse saved it.
Do you know what else is good? Andor.
Really?
Andor's good.
I actually know. I think I remember hearing people say that Andor was quite good.
Yeah, Andor's quite good. You liked Obi-Wan Kenobi, right? Oh, you haven't seen it?
No.
You can go watch that.
I have not seen Kenobi.
Like they're not like those ones are pretty fucking good. They're pretty good.
I've seen Rogue One though.
Yeah, Rogue One.
Went and did a Rogue One immersive experience. That was cool.
The fuck's a Rogue? What?
It was like a VR, like they basically had this maze that they made out of like plywood and like bits of foam and stuff. And then you put on VR goggles and you were actually walking around this space. And it was like a whole thing. You were infiltrating like a rebel base as disguised as stormtroopers. And so you walk through. It was pretty cool. Like every time you got shot,
a rebel base disguised as stormtroopers.
We were rebels infiltrating an empire base. Disguised as stormtroopers.
That makes sense.
Sorry.
Yeah, good.
But it was a lot of fun. Like we went through, we're like running through. The only bad thing was that you couldn't quite see where the other people were properly because it was only tracking their head. So I did accidentally sit on someone at one point. It wasn't one of the people I knew. But it was
someone.
But it was fun. It was nice. It was, they had the cool things. There was a whole point where a bit of lava went and sprayed up against a wall. And when you walked through the wall, they'd like put foam. So it was actually like squidgy, like it had been melted. There's one point where you like, there was like a whole bunch of guns on a rack and they were like, pick up the guns. And so you reach out and then they're actually there. Like they're physical things you can hold. That was cool.
Did it surprise you? Were you like, oh,
it did. Well, at the end, Darth Vader comes in and he like is like, I'm gonna kill you.
I've got a pulse with dramatic effect. Kill you.
But they had a cool thing where they had like a heat lamp in front of your face, and so as he got closer with his lightsaber, they turned the heat lamp on, so you could kind of feel like the heat coming off of him.
That's cool.
It was a lot of fun. But that was a while ago. I think I was like back in 2018. So I very much doubt that's still a thing.
Where was it?
It was in Westfield, in London.
Oh, it was. It's definitely not a thing then.
No. It was like a temporary.
Yeah.
Setup.
In the main courtyard bit.
Yes. Yeah. It was very good though. It was very good.
Well, I wish I could have experienced it.
Anyway, Brandon, have you enjoyed our conversation about Tiddlywinks?
I have enjoyed our conversation about Tiddlywinks, actually.
Oh, that's very good. Yeah, I've enjoyed it quite a bit. Hopefully this comes out tomorrow, which is Friday now. Please send in your spooky prompts for next week. Will be a spooky episode.
Spoopy. It's a spoop.
But other than that, as always, you can send your suggestions. Jesus Christ, couldn't say it.
Just suggestions?
To @going_honor_tangent or to tangentpodcastideas@gmail.com. But anyway, until next time, I am boobs within boobs. I'm biblically correct.
And I am a man who can tiddle your wings.
We'll see you next time. Bye! Jesus Christ, stop coughing. Leper. Huey.
Wait.